Keishla is with us in Florida. Hi, Keishla. How are you?
Hi there, Dave. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I asked that because my daughter loves listening to you say that, so I wanted her to hear you say that. But my question is, I have 3 paid settlements sitting on my credit report right now. I was scammed back in 2018 by a debt consolidation program here in Florida, and I am currently unemployed, having a hard time finding work because of my credit history. I'm not passing credit checks. And I'm wanting to...
What field are you in?
My banking.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's really tough.
What do you do? What do you do in the banking world?
Personal banker.
Okay, good. Okay, so what was the story was you got scammed, you got into a debt consolidation, and they got you to settle stuff, so you have 3 settled on your account. Is there any other bad credit on your account other than the 3 settled?
No.
Okay. Well, there are 2 types of banks, big ones that suck and little ones that don't.
Okay. Well, I got big ones that suck.
Yeah. You're not going to get a job with a big Wells Fargo but you don't want one anyway there, or Bank of America. You sure don't want one there, because they are not allowed to think.
Okay.
There. They're not. They've given up their right to think. That's required to work there. You have to just follow policies, and so you're not going to get hired there. But could you get hired at a community bank where they're allowed to think? Yes, because you would have the opportunity to say, now, I want to sit down and interview with you. And in the interview, the very first interview I do, I'm not going to first thing out of my mouth, but while we're talking, before I leave, I say, now, when you get ready to pull my credit, I want to tell you ahead of time that you're going to find these 3 negative things. And here's what happened. They're all related to each other. They're all the same thing. I got scammed on this one thing. It doesn't mean I'm a doofus. It means I made one bad decision and it has 3 bad accounts as a result. I'm perfectly competent to handle a banking job. That is not an indicator of that. But I did want you to know you're going to find that ahead of time. And if you make your decisions 100% based on not the interview, not the character of the person, not their talents, only on their credit report, then really I don't want to work here anyway.
Correct.
Just tell them that.
I agree.
Tell them that.
I agree. No,
and what that does, is it shocks their system. So when they pull the credit report, somebody actually told them the truth. They don't discover it. You'll get the job.
Okay, I'm going to try that. Now, I am trying to get them off of my credit report on my own since I don't have the means to pay a credit repair agency.
You don't want a credit repair agency. Credit repair agencies are all scam. You can do it. The only thing you can have removed from your credit report is something that is reported inaccurately.
Okay.
The Federal Fair Debt Collection Practices Act and the Federal Fair Credit Reporting Act are very clear on what can be removed from a credit bureau report, and it's only items that are inaccurate. Now, these events actually occurred, but are they reported inaccurately?
More than likely, yes, and that's what I've been reading online. There's a lot of conflicting information telling me.
So all you do is this. Let me tell you how to clean it. It's not that hard. Okay, you write a certified letter to the credit bureau, and do not give a bunch of details. Keep it vague. I am according to this is what the letter says. According to the Federal Fair Credit Reporting Act, I am challenging the accuracy of this item. Do a separate letter for each item.
Okay.
According to the federal law, you have, since I am a consumer, you have 30 days to prove the accuracy of this item or remove it. You will notice that this letter was delivered to you certified mail, so I know when the 30 days started.
Okay.
Or it was delivered to you UPS or FedEx with a tracking number, so I know when the 30 days started. And then you will check it 29 days later and see if it's still on there. It likely will still be on there because they are inefficient. They will not have time to have checked it. And if they do not check it or they do not prove it, they have to remove the entire item, not just correct whatever you think is wrong with it. Do not get into a discussion of what is wrong with it. Just challenge the accuracy of it. The chances of them being able to get an answer back from that company that you settled with proving the accuracy of it in 30 days is 0.
Okay.
So it'll get taken off. Now, I will promise you this, though. They will re-report it, and it will come back in 2 years.
Okay.
You'll see it again. It's not gone forever, but you can get it off, and if you got all 3 of them off of there, you've solved your problem.
Right.
Temporarily.
Right.
Yeah. Again,
okay.
All the downloads to the credit bureaus are done quarterly, and they're computer downloads, and so everything that's in this stupid company that you settled with files downloads fresh once a quarter. So you'll get it wiped off, but because they didn't prove the inaccuracy, but then a few quarters later, like a year or 2 from now, they'll do one of those stupid downloads, and it'll pop back on there.
Okay.
And you'll have to do it again. The only way to keep it from popping back on there is go to the original company that you settled with and get them to remove it from their files so that it's not downloaded to the bureau ever again. And the likelihood of that's 0. You're not going to get that done.
Okay, good to know. Now, if I write this letter, certified mail, like you're suggesting, and they, for some reason or another, write back to me and say, well, we need the specific of what is inaccurate, and I'm just trying to keep it vague, what would I do?
Just say the law says you have to prove its accuracy.
Okay.
I mean, I'd go back. I would mess with them a little bit. If you want to go back and go, the whole thing of this, you can write them. You can write them an 18-page explanation if you want to. The thing is, I don't think you'll hear from them. As a matter of fact, I don't think they'll take it off like they're supposed to take it off, and you're going to have to bug them and go, hey, it's been 30 days. You have to take this off by federal law.
Okay. Okay.
The Federal Fair Credit Reporting Act. It is federal law. And you are standing on that as a consumer. Very important for you to push on them, because here's the thing. Good question, by the way. 32% of Americans, that's 1/3, have errors on your credit bureau report that will cause you to keep from getting credit. That's reported wrong, and it's so wrong that it will keep you from getting credit. And 50, I think the last number I saw was 57% have errors of some kind. But it could be as much as they've got the wrong street number on your house or something, and that won't keep you from getting credit. But they're just the people doing the data entry are the bottom of the barrel, and the credit reporting is so torn up and inaccurate. It's such a disaster. Yet another reason that it's laughable that mortgage companies and other people count exclusively on FICO scores, which are created by all this inaccurate information. It's absolutely asinine. But it's the system that we're working in right now, and it's really toxic. It's really a toxic system. But there are a few jobs that will literally not hire you because of credit. Banking is one of them. And for sure, she's got a real thing there, especially with a big bureaucratic bank like a Wells Fargo, a Fifth Third. God, why would you want to work there? Or a Bank of America. God, why would you want to work there? But these are people that are going to not even... They're going to just use the credit bureau thing, the negative credit score or the negative reporting, to cull and push away the resumes. And so it's just that whole thing. But yeah, you got to look at this stuff. And by the way, that whole system I just used there, if you've got something that is inaccurate for any reason, that's how you can challenge it. It may not come back, but my experience is it usually does come back because it's still in the original company's database, and so it will still download. In those quarterly downloads, it may be a year or 2 later before it pops back. But the first time it ever popped back on something like that, I got so mad. I was like, that thing was gone. It's back. And it's like, oh, that's how this works. Okay, I got to keep scrubbing it until it doesn't grow back. That's what it amounts to. And that's what you'll have to do, is a bunch of times hitting it. So, good question. Good question. Thank you for joining us.